Okay, this is going to be turning phrases into algebraic expressions. Alright, here's the key. For what we're going to be doing here, you're going to have to really focus on reading your problem. We're basically beginning word problems, probably the most feared problems out there. You want to make sure that you actually now are going to place a letter to be the variable in your sentence. If you want to stick with just a couple variables that you always lean on, and you use X first or A first then B second and so forth, you have the freedom to do whatever you want here, unless your problem assigns you a variable, or if your test is using certain variables, then you have to obviously use those variables. But remember, variable can mean anything. It doesn't matter. If you have to solve for something, solve for pizza and video games. That's what I do. Alright, so let's just do a very warming problem to get warmed up here. Your problem is 20 greater than a number. Greater than. Just memorize and accept greater than means plus. 20 plus x, or x plus 20, depending upon what you see on your test or answer or homework, or if your teacher wants a certain order. That's obviously up to your teacher, but both numbers are positive and it's a plus value, so you can actually flip-flop those. It doesn't matter. Okay, 10 more than y. Well, greater than, more than, same thing. 10 plus y. 12 times a. That should be easy. Obviously 12 times a. 10 less than c. Here this is tricky. This is where a lot of students are going to get dinged on points, or whether miss an assignment or miss a on a quiz, miss a number on a quiz, or get killed on some work of your teacher's critique. 10 less than c. 10's lower. Unless your answer on your homework and on your assignment is a negative value. If you're not doing negatives, then you put c because it's larger, c minus 10. Less than means minus. You must make sure that you flip-flop it. You don't want to do 10 minus c, because that would be c being a negative value on your calculator on your work. So you always want to do c as the bigger, it's positive, c minus 10. 20 increased by y. You might think about multiplying here or something, but just remember, increased is addition. More than, greater than, increased, this is all addition. You just memorize it, get a piece of paper up, and just write it down and accept it, memorize it, and do your problems. How about two variables? This is where it starts to get tricky for most students. How about two, working two together? So let's do a and b. A less than b. Remember what we just went through with the one variable. A less than b. There's minus, but a smaller means b's bigger. So if I did a minus b, there's a negative number, and unless that applies to your situation, and if you're not sure, that means no. You want b, which is bigger, b minus a, to create a positive number. Remember, b is bigger here. X greater than y. Greater than. What do? We add. 10 times Brian's speed. You're going to have word problems like that. 10 times Brian's speed. Use b for Brian. There's nothing wrong with that. B for Brian. If you have Alex, use a. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You can use any variable. 10 times b. There's your setting up your problem. Now you're going to see this one as well in your book. Solve for the quotient of a and b. Remember, you always divide. You simply divide. Quotient of a and b. Quotient means divide. A's first and then b's at the bottom. Very straightforward. A divided by b. This here is something you're going to memorize and you just accept. Okay. What is the sum of a and b? Sum is addition. Sum is addition. Just accept it. A plus b. Memorize it. The product of 10 and 20 times a. Oh, I hate this. Product. product. Remember, product means multiply. Words like product, of, and times mean multiplication. So when we break down this word problem, we take 10 times 20 times a, or 10 times the 20, which is also times the a. Let's look at that very nice and slow. Let's look at the words. 10 and the word times, because it's product. You're going to times the 20, and then the 20 is times to a. So it's all three in a row, all multiplied together. Let's say, just because you're going to have on a quiz, a is going to then have a value. What do? A, you substitute, let's say, is 2. We're making this up. We're simply making this up. Okay, we have a problem. It says a is 2. Okay, cool. What do? Well, we know the formula is 10 times 20a. So let's break it apart nice and easy. 10 times 20 is what? 200. So then your new formula is 200a. Okay, we're in terms of multiplication. Everything's safe. We're fine. Substitute in the 2 for the a. So 200a goes to 200 times 2, which is 400, and that's the final answer. You want to make sure that your steps from top to bottom show all the values and all the steps that you're using. All right, now some hard ones. 3 times the difference of two numbers. This is tough. You're going to have this stuff on tests and quizzes, whether you like it or not. This is what you have to prepare for. This is what you will be tested on. Maybe not the entire test, but I got to prepare you. Two numbers just need a letter assigned. Let's choose A and B just because. It doesn't matter. You could do X and Y. I don't care. A and B. It's all good. It is all good. So, okay, break it down. 3 times the difference. Remember, that difference is subtraction. You just memorize that. Of A and B. Now, 3 times the difference of A and B. Now you see you're going to be multiplying because there's an of and there's a times. That gives you 2, so 2 hints. And what you're going to do, you're going to write it out nice and easy. 3 times the difference of A minus B. Now here's a key. You just have to learn and accept when you see subtraction of A and B, you plop parentheses around them. You just have to learn that, memorize it. You combine 3 times A minus B. So what are we going to do first? We're going to subtract. Why? Because they're in parentheses. Whatever's in parentheses, you always do first. So that leaves you 3 times A minus B. So let's solve this. Let's actually have some numbers. We're making this up. A equals 2, B equals 4. 3 times 2 difference minus 4. Remember, I'm just substituting real values in there. 3 times 2, because 2 minus 4 is 2. So 3 times 2, or 6. This is what you want to make sure that you prepare for your test for.